interface with so many sectors. I interface with the multinationals, private sector, manufacturers organization of Nigeria, NECA, National Consultative Association, and all the spectrum of employees or employers of labor. So all of these are the things that we can use as yardstick, to assess the impact of the economy on the populace and vis-a-vis the government impact. So I can tell you for Rivers State, the outlook is favorable.
Rivers State government says it remains firmly committed to job creation, skills development, and economic empowerment as key drivers of sustainable growth and prosperity for its people. Nnamdi Olimini, Rstv News.
Officers of the Nigerian Air Force have met with senior officials of the United States government and representatives of Mercer's Bell Textron to fast-track the acquisition of 12 IZ attack helicopters. The meeting took place during a program management review meeting led by the Chief of the Air Staff, Air Marshal Sunday Kelvin Aneke in San Diego, California, United States. NAF spokesperson Ehime Ejodame in a statement said the meeting focused on assessing the status of the helicopter acquisition and measures to ensure the timely delivery of the 12 IZ platforms. According to the statement, the review was aimed at strengthening program oversight, accountability, and adherence to agreed timelines and budgets. Again, the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission has announced 14 January 2026 as a date for the pre-bid conference for the 2025 oil and gas licensing round as the federal government intensifies efforts to attract fresh upstream investments. In a statement, the Commission's Chief Executive Orishemiyiwa Ayeson, the regulator stated that the conference would take place in Lagos. The Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission's 2025 licensing round pre-bid conference is scheduled for Wednesday, 14 January 2026 at 9 a.m. on the Grand Ballroom, Echo Hotels and Suites, Lagos. The pre-bid conference is a key milestone in the licensing round process and is expected to provide prospective investors with detailed guidance on the conduct of the bid exercise. Now, the Nigeria Labour Congress has called on the federal government to urgently address workers' wages and review progressive tax policies, warning that continued delays and uneven compliance could deepen economic hardship for millions of Nigerians. President of the NLC, Joe Ajero, made this call during the 85th birthday celebration and book launch of the union's founding president, Hassan Sumunu, at the Shehu Musa Yar'Adua Auditorium in Abuja. Ajero, while addressing the gathering, described Sumunu as a titan of the working class struggle whose life and work have inspired generations of Nigerian workers. He highlighted the message of Sumunu's memoir, Organize and Don't Agonize, as a guiding principle for the labor movement. Nigeria's Civil Aviation Authority, called NCAA, has warned domestic airlines over persistent flight delays and cancellations, saying it will push for stiffer penalties against operators. Spokesperson for the NCAA, Michael Achimugu, said while federal government has consistently supported airlines in the face of industry challenges, recent events have made it necessary to impose heavier ramifications where poor operational performance persists. Achimugu, while speaking on X, formerly known as Twitter, said while the majority of flight disruptions are not caused by the airlines, there is a need for airlines to improve communication during flight disruptions. He added that the NCAA is committed to protecting the rights of all stakeholders and review that strengthens the authority to enforce compliance for both passengers and operators. This is news live from the studios of River State Television. River State is a treasure base of the nation. Let's build and take her to greater heights. This is the task you and I must accomplish. Watch us live on YouTube and Facebook at Rstv Online. Don't do nothing else but click on the notification bell so you get live feed straight from the studios. Coming up, United States holds assistance to Somali over seizure of food aid. And in sports, African National Sports Commission confirms payment of all entitlements of Super Eagles players officials. We'll bring you details of these after this press.
I need the police that can respond to emergencies first.
I want the equipment I need to do my job.
I want a police that won't harass or arrest me for no just reason.
I want to be valued for my work, not feared by honest people.
I want a police that won't ask me anything for the boys.
I want a decent salary that is paid on time.
If it happen, with good laws,
Proper funding,
Training.
And cooperation.
if it happen,
If it happens.
If it happens.
Calm down. What if I ruin everything? Auntie Amina is coming. Just pass the beef and dawa cubes. No, Hassan! With Mr. Chef, it's a two-finger crush. This is a true taste of home.
and culture.
Chef of life.
There is something about this God.
Activating the unexplainable love of God.
Greater love had no man than this.
Better love than no man,
That a man laid down his life for his friend.
You see, when God loves you, He fights your unseen battles. You are sleeping, you don't even know what is happening, but He's there fighting your battles for you. You are sitting in your house, He will raise a voice somewhere to be campaigning for you. Today, every storm in your life shall become still. The best way to find true love is to find God. Remember, God never sends you into a situation alone. He goes before you, He stands beside you, He walks behind you, He's always with you. All those that rejected you, as the Lord liveth, they must surely bow before you. When you have nothing left but God, you will discover that God is enough. God knows how long you have waited. Every second will be worth at the end. So it doesn't matter how the devil have damaged your life now. Don't worry. God is about to remold you, repackage you, redesign you, and beautify you.
OPN. Dr. Jesus in action. Dr. Jesus in action. God is here.
This is Rstv World News. We bring you world-class news, accurate, first-hand, entertaining, balanced analysis. Rstv. This is Rstv World News. We bring you world-class news, accurate, first-hand, entertaining, balanced analysis. Rstv Channel 20.
Welcome back to the news. The Oxford English Dictionary, OED, has added several Nigerian origin words in its latest update, reflecting the growing global influence of the nation's language, culture, and cuisine. The December 2025 update released on the OED website on Wednesday features more than 500 new words, phrases, and senses, including internet slang such as DM, brain fart, and chug. The update, over 1,000 existing entries were also revised, while editors explored the histories of words such as troll, coffee, and snooker. The update includes additions from varieties of English used around the world, including West African English, Maltese English, Japanese English, and South Korean English, with OED editors noting the growing global influence of these Englishes. Would you say that Nigerian Englishes are being accepted by even the British? There we go. And now entertainment news. Popular Nigerian music stars Adekunle Kosoko widely known as Adekunle Gold, and his wife, Simi, have become parents again, this time to twins. Esther Anthony brings us more on that information and others in the entertainment world.
The award-winning singer shared the joyful update on the Snapchat story, confirming the expansion of their family. While the couple has not yet disclosed the gender of the newborns, the announcement has sparked an outpouring of warm wishes from admirers, fellow celebrities, and industry colleagues. The latest blessings arrived just weeks after Simi highlighted the scene from Adekunle Gold's newly released music video, My Love is the Same, further stirring excitement among fans. Adekunle Gold and Simi, who tied the knot in 2019 after a long history of friendship and musical synergy, remain one of Nigeria's most admired entertainment power couples. Both artists were once signed to X3M Music before soaring into mainstream acclaim.
Okay, it's okay, let them say. Trouble no they pay me.
Controversial street pop artist Habib Akikiola, popularly known as Portable, has leveled serious allegations against his father, accusing him of neglect, manipulation, and financially exploiting his sources, while also warning him against spiritual intimidation. The outburst follows renewed family disputes that recently escalated into a physical altercation between the singer and one of his children's mothers, an incident that went viral on social media. Portable alleged that instead of mediating conflict, his father prefers to reach out to his baby mamas for money, a situation he claimed had repeatedly destabilized his relationships. Afrobeat singer Oxlade has urged the artist to insist on sound checks before performances after a disastrous gig in London. Oxlade claimed the organizers failed to provide a sound check, resulting in terrible sound quality for the audience. According to him, organizers can do better, but artists also need to take responsibility for their performances.
It's like this love thing, girl, is not
Esther Anthony, Rstv News.
Let's go outside of Nigeria. The United States has suspended all assistance to the government of Somalia, alleging that officials destroyed a UN World Food Program warehouse and seized donor-funded food aid. The message posted on the account of the Undersecretary for Foreign Assistance said reports had been received about officials illegally seizing 76 tons of food intended for vulnerable Somalis. Somalia has denied the allegations, saying that the expansion work underway in the Mogadishu port, where the warehouse is located, had not affected any aid storage. The U.S. said it would only resume assistance if the Somali government took accountability for its acceptable or unacceptable actions and appropriate remedial steps. Somalia's government is battling Al-Qaeda-linked Islamist militants as it tries to rebuild the country after a devastating civil war and years of drought. Let's take a look at sports. The chairman, National Sports Commission, Shehu Diko, said all financial entitlements of Super Eagles players and officials have been resolved. Diko's remarks followed reports of players threatening to boycott training and travel to Marrakesh for Saturday's match against Algeria. Princess Progress has the story.
Diko said President Bola Tinubu approved the Super Eagles AFCON 2025 budget in November 2025, bringing alignment among the NSC, the Nigerian Football Federation, and the players. He, however, explained that approval and processing were two different stages, but assured players that the funds had been approved and were being released. Nigerians will face Algeria's Desert Forces for a semi-final spot and are expected to depart first for Marrakech on Thursday ahead of the encounter at the Stade de Marrakech on Saturday by 5 p.m. The Confederation of African Football has announced that the final draw for the CAF Women's African Cup of Nations 2026 will be held in Rabat, Morocco on Thursday, January 15, 2026. The continental body said the Confederation Africaine de Football will also announce the winners of the CAF Women's Coach of the Year and other outstanding women's football awards on the same day. According to CAF, the 2026 edition will mark a historic milestone for the competition, and it will further an expanded 16-team field for the first time. The qualified teams are hosts Morocco, Nigeria, Algeria, Burkina Faso, Cameroon, Cape Verde, Cote d'Ivoire, Egypt, Ghana, Kenya, Malawi, Mali, Senegal, South Africa, Tanzania, and Zambia. The Confederation of African Athletics has released the qualification standards for the 24th African Senior Athletics Championship, setting clear benchmarks for athletes aiming to compete at the Continental Showpiece in Accra. The qualification document outlined the entry marks across track, field, and combined events for both men and women ahead of the championship, which will take place at the University of Ghana Stadium, Legon, from May 12 to 17, 2026. The championship will run until May 17, with teams expected to depart Accra on May 18 as the city prepares to become the center of African athletics for 6 days of competition. Progress Princess, Rstv Sports News.
And that's it on the news tonight. Don't forget, Rivers State is the treasure base of the nation. Let's build and take her to greater heights. It is a task we must accomplish. Rstv News is live on Facebook and YouTube at Rstv Online. Do us a favor, click that notification bell so you subscribe to live feed from the studios. To end the news now, a look at the major reports. The Rivers State government has said peace, stability, and deliberate economic policies have strengthened investor confidence and expanded employment opportunities as the Ministry of Employment Generation and Economic Empowerment unveiled skill programs to drive employment. The Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission has announced 14 January 2026 as the date for the pre-bid conference for the 2025 oil and gas licensing round as the federal government intensifies efforts to attract fresh upstream investments. We had also told you that the Nigerian Labour Congress has called on the federal government to urgently address workers' wages and review regressive tax policies, warning that continued delays and uneven compliance could deepen economic hardships for millions of Nigerians. And we pray that it doesn't come to that. With that, we say thank you for being a part of tonight's telecast. Bye-bye.